All right, guys, welcome back to episode 9 of the DuoQ podcast. I'm Revs, your boy Socks over here.
You're
And today we're going to be discussing and looking back on our roster predictions. And now, since all the rosters are officially out, the season has started with some tournaments, some kickoffs, stuff like that. We're going to go back and revisit our wrong answers and everything we said that didn't happen that ended up happening anyways. All right, let's get into it.
let's just say this. I got a lot wrong.
I did too.
I think I predicted one player
Yeah,
on the
beans
right
to
team.
ultra. Beans to ultra. Didn't see that one coming.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably should have, seeing as how he's an EU player and they always do that, but, you know.
So obviously, opted same team.
Yep.
FaZe same team.
Yep.
Falcons new team. We already know who they are.
We already said they were ass.
Top 12. Miami. Who is the official starting roster for Miami?
I believe they have Rancor benched, even though they picked him up, so I believe it's the same team as last year.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't
Real,
know what the fuck going on in Miami.
side note, Real in these kickoff tournaments has actually been frying. He's looked
Yeah, he looked
absolutely
really good.
disgusting. I think you got to put Rancor in that starting lineup. I think you have to at this point, but Real looks nasty.
Alright. LAG, Gentlemates, whatever the hell you want to call them. I didn't have a roster for them because didn't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
I don't think you did either.
Nope, nope, because we didn't know if it was going to be SSG, Gentlemates, or whoever. The roster, like the org ownership, wasn't even announced at that point, so we had no clue.
I don't think it's still even announced.
It is.
Well, like obviously people are all saying like it's Gentlemates and whatnot, but like as
Yeah.
far as like an official announcement, I don't think it's been announced
I
yet.
don't think they've had an official announcement, yet they've been competing in all these tournaments and stuff. I think they're the only team that hasn't really, like, put out an announcement yet, but
Because
for everyone,
I still think if you go to like the CDL website, it still says
yeah.
Los Angeles Gorillas.
For everyone who doesn't know, it's pretty much New York subliners, but replace one French person with another. Hydra for Linz.
Yep,
And Priest is back instead of Sid, I should say.
it's
So,
the fucking 2023 champs
yeah.
with a
Uh,
new Frenchman.
with the new Frenchman. I don't like this team. I don't like this team at all. I think it's a terrible decision. I think you've got people who are good at helping other people make plays. That's what I think. I think Skies cooks sometimes. I think Kiz is a good enabler. I think Linz needs someone to enable him. So maybe he sparks up this year like he did at the beginning of last season and he starts cooking. I'd like to see that. And then Priesta. Priesta, for the last couple years, has not been known for getting a lot of kills and being good in the slaying department rather than just like being super aggressive at that flex position and getting in hills and, you know, putting up a bunch of assists. So I don't know if I like this team. If Linz does good, then hey, you got a good team. If he doesn't and he plays like he did at the end of last year, then the team is not going to be good. It's just not going to happen.
If he can play at that like rookie of the year candidate level that he did at the beginning of the year, I think that it will. No matter what, it's going to be a top five, top four team.
He needs to play way higher than a rookie of the year candidate. Like him being in the same level as Gwyn in the beginning of the year, it's not going to be good enough with this team. I don't think. I think he's got to really show out. So I disagree with that one, and I disagree that they're going to be a solidified top 5 team too. I mean, there's a possibility. Obviously, there's a lack of good teams at the bottom of the barrel, but you know, you got some new teams that have, like the Ravens, Gwen Slasher, Vivid TJ. We'll get to that later, but I think that team might be 4th or 5th. So we'll see how that goes. All right, give me your next team.
Um, Next team I have is LAT, obviously, super team now.
Yeah.
I had Ghosty and then Joe, Sib, and Envoy. So I kind of got one right.
Um.
I got Envoy going there.
So we had a conversation on episode 2 where we had our initial roster guesses and everything like that, our predictions, and we said that either the super team is going to happen, which most likely it wasn't at the time. A lot of things coming out of Ultra's camp that ended up being wrong, and this team, which was like the original leak, which was Sib, Ghosty, Envoy, and Joe Deceive. So we both worked on the premise that that was going to be the team, and that's what we worked our entire predictions list off of.
And then
So
Scrap was going to Cloud9.
yeah, and then Scrap would have gone to Cloud9, but they ended up getting Scrap and Hydra, which wasn't thought possible until Nade took some money out of his mortgage and then put it towards that team. So we were wrong on that one, big
Hey, I
time.
mean, it's been working so far. All the tournaments that have been put on, at least one LET member has won.
Yeah, Scrap won 2 tournaments, 2 kickoff
Three.
tournaments. He didn't win 3.
Or
The second
two kick
25K.
two kickoffs and then what's called the last MW3, the
Yeah.
2v2.
Um. So Scrap is obviously won most of the Zuma tournaments, so that's not very surprising. And they just packed up FaZe in Kayson's tournament today between the top 4 orgs, not top 4 teams, top 4 orgs because C9 was up there.
Dross can't beat Scrap
He
on
can't.
lane.
He can't. This might be a bad year for FaZe. They looked nasty in the tournament. Like
Oh
individually,
yeah,
they've all looked nasty, but it might be another year where Draws just can't beat Scrap, and with Scrap being with Hydra, Ghosty,
I'm here.
Envoy, um, you might not see very much winning out of them, or
I'm
anyone
here.
else for a matter of fact. Yeah, you might not see very many wins out of anyone else besides LAT. So that'd be a big year for them. So let's move on the premise that we guessed that the super team wasn't happening. So obviously the rest of our list is completely wrong. So let's go down to the next team.
Um, for Ravens, I honestly didn't know what the fuck was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Obviously, I still had Gwen being part of the Ravens. Weren't gonna let him go. There's no shot in the hell that they were gonna let him go.
Yeah.
Um, I did have Mac going to the Ravens. Obviously, now we know it went to Cloud9.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I'm happy to see Mac back in the league.
Yeah. He hasn't been doing too good today, but I'm glad to see him back in the league. I hope he can perform at his old Cold War level, like
Hmm.
flex and MW 2019. When he was a flex, he was good. So I hope I see more good things out of Mac. But if it's another bad year for Mac, I mean, it's unfortunate, but I don't see him coming back again next year if he has another bad year. Obviously, that's a bit preemptive, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully, he does good. Um, so for the Ravens roster, it is Gwen, Slasher, Vivid, and TJ. And initially, I had Slasher and Vivid duoing on a different team. But not this team. For this team, I had Gwen, Estriel, Attach, and Geo. I knew he needed some veteran AR on his team. They went with Slasher instead of Attach. I was kind of thinking that it would go that way. I like that team, to be honest. Gwen, Estriel, Attach, and G. I still like that team, dude. I still like that team a lot. But him doing back up with TJ, I kind of thought that was out of the card since he got dropped off the Ravens, but I guess not. And then Slasher and Vivid. I like this team. I don't like Vivid being an AR though.
I don't know. It's hard to tell with Vivid when he obviously has his good years, and then he plays on an AR, and it's shaky.
I
Um, go ahead.
I don't think you put one of the most impactful subs in the game on an AR. I think that's ridiculous. I think Vivid might be nearing his end just because him switching to AR might be him getting scapegoated is enough for him, and he just wants to go to AR. I don't agree with this decision whatsoever. Whoever's telling Vivid that he needs to be an AR, whoever's if even if it's just Vivid, he needs to go back to sub, dude. I'd rather see TJ on a flex because TJ used to be a fire flex. I'd rather see TJ on a flex rather than Vivid. I don't think you can do this. You can't just have one of the most impactful and aggressive subs just be an AR all willy nilly. I don't think that's gonna work. So I don't like the move. If it were reversed to TJ being an AR, I'd like it. But as it stands, hopefully they make a role swap.
Going on to our Nets team, obviously it was the Cloud9 team I had. Nets was Sky Kids, Hydra, and Scrap. This was the rumored super team at the time.
Yeah.
Um, I'm really glad this team did not fall.
Yeah, so am I. So am I. I like the team that LAT formed way more than I would like to have split up the
100%.
super team. And yeah, I like the super team. I like watching them play right now. So I like the excitement that it's created as well. So yeah, I'm glad it happened. I didn't want to see. All right. So yeah, I'm glad that this C9 roster didn't form and we got the super team instead. We obviously both had the same C9 roster, seeing as how they were both in the works at the
Super
time.
rumored.
So we'll go to the next team. What do you got?
This was the one you clowned me on. It was the Ultra team of Inside Estro and Beans. Obviously, I'm not a bar knower.
Did you have Kleenex on that team as well?
I had Queenets on Surge.
You had Illy on this.
No, I didn't have Illy at all.
No. You had Illy on Ultra. I'm almost positive you had Illy on Ultra because you had 3 ARs. Go over the team again.
Literally, it says Inside Estro Beans.
I'm pretty sure you took that one off because you had Illy on there as well. I'm pretty sure I went back in the episode and you said Illy.
Fuck it. All this is getting left in. Obviously, Illy ain't in the league no more.
Yeah, he's trying to make a return. He's been
It's
playing.
not
He's been playing a little bit. It'll happen.
It's not
It'll happen. It'll 100% happen. You say that now,
Illy,
but some of these teams suck. Illy is going to get picked up.
as of
Bookmark
right
this
now,
shit. Bookmark this shit. Illy's getting picked up at some point in the middle of the year, bro. It's just gonna happen. One of these teams is gonna suck so bad. They just need one good search player, one good flex. Falcons is they're not. I don't think they're making a change like that. I mean, Illy's not gonna help that shit team. He's gonna go. How do I say this? If Breach have a problem, if Rocker has a problem with Paul X, if Gentlemates has a problem with Priesta, it could be any of those. Like, I don't see a world, even C9 with Mac, I don't see a world where Illy doesn't get picked up. Obviously, Mac is a sub on this team, but Illy was also a sub in MW 2019, so he could revert back to a role. But it's a 3R heavy game as it stands right now, so I see him getting picked up. You were cooked because you had Insight Beans Illy on the same team. And you said it in the when we went over it again. Yeah, you did. Because you then asked if Insight was an AR or a sub. That was insane.
Yeah.
That was insane. For Ultra, I had Insight, Kleenex, Illy, and TJ. I would still love to see this team. I really would. I feel like this team would be final in S&D. Absolutely final. Illy, TJ, Insight, Kleenex on the same team, bro. All right, Insight is the clutch god, Illy is strat god, and TJ just does whatever he wants in S&D. It's not even close. Most years he takes over in S&D. It's ridiculous. Obviously, they went with Insight, Beans, Kleenex, and Joe Deceives. They tried getting Hixie. I don't think Hixie wanted to play on that team very much.
I don't think he wanted to come back. Also, before we continue and get off of this Ultra shit, what the fuck was up to that band shit?
What do you mean?
At the end of EWC, they dropped that they little like documentary shit, had bands come back in at the end of it, talking about to be continued, and
I don't know. I think that was just bait.
never done anything.
I think that was just bait.
What was the bait for?
I don't
What's the point of it?
I don't know. Hey, on a side note, the Hoodie Org picked up your whole fucking team. Ultra? Yeah. It's a fucking... It is so weird to see the Ultra owner just start coming sideways at like 100T and Nade. Like, you did good business. You announced them getting dropped. You announced their roster move before they announced the roster move for their own team, which is super disrespectful. And then you start calling them a Hoodie organ shit and all this. Super out of pocket. Like, don't be petty because you couldn't pay up for the players on your team. Like, they tried sticking with your team. They wanted to stay on Ultra, but they just couldn't. So I think that's ridiculous that you do that. Yeah, sell scrap for under $100,000 and take your shot on the chin, pay somebody a minimum, and then move on. Don't start talking crazy at the guy that you sold them to. They did you a favor. They did you a complete favor. They could have just waited it out. Realistically, they could have just waited it out. Obviously not in the best interest of Thieves at that point, but I mean they could have. So it's a bit ridiculous that they do that. You were losing them either way and you're just talking to talk at that point. Just shut up. So I didn't like that.
No, that's 100% understandable. Realistically, Ultra's CEO, GM, whatever the fuck he is, just handling in a bad way. Like, come on, bro. You're literally losing your best players. Like, yes, it's something to be upset about, but you're the one making this decisions at the end of the day.
Yep.
If you don't want this to happen, pay them. Simple. If you can't pay them, shit's gonna happen.
Even if it's your board of directors and it's not up to you, your investors, KOI, the Spanish gaming organization, why are you talking? Just, all right, I'm glad that we had them for so many years. Thank you for bringing us great moments. Blah, 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 blah. Thank them.
Hit on the chin and move on.
Yeah, thank your fans and move on with your fucking day. And don't say like, oh, we're going to take our trash team and we're going to slam the super team. That's not what's going to happen, and you shouldn't be talking shit on behalf of your players. Should never happen.
I can't wait for their first matchup.
Bro, they're going to get packed up, bro. It's not even going to be close. It's going to be like a 100-point club, 6-3, 3-0. See ya. DoorDashy. As we call it, a fucking DoorDashy, bro. You're going to get packed up. You're going to get packed up, bro. So I don't like that shit.
And then Nate Shot and 100 Thieves gonna put out code Hoodie Org.
Yep. That was a banger. That was a banger. Ghosty and Nate going back to back with bangers on their shit. So yeah, good job. You gave them money, gas, and money and a better team. So yeah, okay. Cool. Congratulations.
At the end of the day, Ultra horrible. Going on to Vancouver Surge. We gotta start calling it Vancouver.
I'm never calling it Vancouver. I'm just calling it Surge, bro. I'm not calling it Vancouver, bro. Vancouver.
Bro, locked in. I had 04 Abuza, TJ, and Kleenex. Who the fuck is Seattle's roster or Surge's roster?
Right now?
Yeah.
04 Abuza, Nasty, Hixie. So this is what I had Surge's roster being. I had them being Kremp, 04, Nasty, and Abuza. Obviously, they got Nasty. They did not get Kremp. They got Hixie. because C9 got crimp. Okay. All right, so the roster that I had them down for, and my guess, was Kremp, 04, Nasty, and Abuza. Obviously, the only person wrong on that team is Kremp. Instead, they got Hixie. I don't like that either way. I didn't like if they were to pick up Kremp, if they were to pick up Hixie. I still don't like it. I don't think Nasty's a terrible pickup. I just don't think the team's gonna work out very well. If you were to get Kremp, at least you would have 04 and Kremp, who are both nasty in search. Now you have two subs that underperform in hardpoint.
Yeah.
Either way, you were going to get that, but now Hixie isn't as good at search as Kremp. Nasty, I don't know if I don't hate the pickup, but it's kind of just like a place filler sort of thing. Like, I don't know.
I think he's dropped before the end of the season.
Yeah, I don't really like this roster. I'm not gonna lie. The roster doesn't pique my interest. It's not something new. You have 04 and Abuza. You could have built around them and could have made something cool happen, but it just didn't happen. So
Top 8.
yeah, we'll go with that.
Nuts, Minnesota Rocker.
Yep.
I had them keeping Lens and then adding Hoop Cammy and Splasher.
Mhm.
Um,
Wait. Why'd you have Cammy on that team? Boston Breach was already announced.
not at the time.
Yeah, they were.
Nope.
They announced it already. I said it in the podcast.
They were keeping the EWC team.
Yeah, exactly. Which was
Yeah.
Cammy on it.
I don't know.
Huh?
Let me roll something off real quick.
Yeah.
So Minnesota Rocker, I had Lens, Hoop, Cammy, and Slasher. Realistically, I didn't think Boston was gonna keep anyone from their EWC team, except for fucking Snoopy, because that man be slurping someone up.
That's insane, bro. That is an insane fucking comp, bro. What the fuck?
Am I wrong though?
Oh, Jesus.
Bro, out of all the players that Boston has had, Snoopy's the only one to stay.
You're right. Doug
Right.
Sensor Martin likes him. That's all I'll say. I'm not gonna say anybody's getting slurped, bro. Jesus. I had Rocker being Lynn's Cobra, Slasher, Vivid. Obviously, I had the Slasher Vivid combo on this org. Cobra was rumored to go to Rocker, and it made sense because, I didn't think Linz's contract was up, and Cobra was his longtime teammate for a while. So I honestly would have loved to see Linz Cobra Slasher Vivid combo, but obviously we're not getting that with Estriel, Geo, Nero, and Paul X. I like Estriel, Geo, and Nero. Geo gets clowned a lot in these tournaments. Every player, Hydra, Dashy, whoever, this guy doesn't move, whatever, talking about Geo. Geo is moving. I don't know what they're talking about, bro. Everyone watching sees Geo cooking in these tournaments. He's been great. Like, he hasn't been subpar. He hasn't been negatively affecting his team. It's just this weird friendship beef going on, I swear. I don't know how I feel about Paul X being on the team. I really don't. I think there's a lot better options.
I like this roster except for Nero and Paul X. I think there's gonna be someone better this year in challengers, CCL, whatever the hell it is. I just think there's gonna be someone better.
Yeah. Speaking of someone better, this is where I see Illy slotting in. Bang! That's what prediction right here. Illy is going to Rocker after Major 1. They're going to get bounced out for some stupid, horrendous shit. Illy's coming over. This team is going to be a top 5 team. Bang. That's how it goes.
No, you do realize Illy is the Trevor Bauer of the CDL.
I don't care. He's coming back. He's coming back. I don't care. It's happening. Whatever you say doesn't matter. Illy is coming back. I need Illy in the league. On this team.
Do you need Illy because Clay isn't coming back?
That's out of pocket. That's so out of pocket, man. Do I need Illy because Clay isn't coming back? Okay. Clay should be in the league, by the way. Clay should be in the league.
Yeah.
Should be in the league. Fuck these guys. Didn't want to pick up Clay, bro.
I could
Depressing.
see Clay on like 4 of these rosters. Easily.
Clay could fill in for fucking FaZe right now, bro. Get out of here.
Yeah, get Draws out of here.
Get Draws out of here. Get Cell out of here, bro. Fuck that.
Nah.
I'm gonna spark some shit up with that one. Alright. Let's move on to the next team.
Last team, Boston. You already know I'm a Snoopy hater. But he shouldn't have been in the league last year.
I agree.
They're just running it back with a fucking EWC roster.
I really don't like Big Wig.
I don't like this roster.
By the way, I predicted this team was gonna stick because it was obvious they were gonna stick. I don't know what he's smoking, but I'm not. Hello.
You're a dickhead.
Yeah. I had them sticking. I don't like Big Wake on the team. That's it. Cammy was pretty damn good when he came in for them. Snoopy probably shouldn't be on a roster. Purge is a hard one to like. I don't know whether last year was like a fluke or whatever. All I know is when he was on a team, that team performed pretty decently. And then when he got dropped, they did not. So maybe he is a good player, even though sometimes he drops a 0.5. We'll just put it that way. Hopefully he doesn't drop 0.5s. I want to see Purge Masterclass, bro. I want to see the Masterclass.
He was, I can't remember if it was the end of 2023 or this year, but he looked good. I want to say it was the 2023 year.
Yeah, Purge. You said he did good at some point during the season.
Yeah. Alright, so Purge, I like his game. I think he has something to offer. I won't say he has a lot to offer, but he definitely has more than the whole entire Vegas roster.
Yeah, you know,
Snoopy.
I can see that. I can see your connection with Purge. You both drop 0.5s.
Okay, buddy.
I see the resemblance. Except he can make good plays now and again. He's good at search. Some things that you're not good at.
I'm better than you in a search.
You're not. It's just a simple fact.
Man,
Chow that. Chow it.
Run it.
Chow
run
it.
Run it.
Chow
Run
it.
it.
After this, we're
Run
chowing.
it.
Yeah. Okay, buddy.
Next weekend we're running 8s. Shut up.
Next weekend. Let's run it this weekend. The fuck? What are you scared for?
I won't be here tomorrow.
Big body Benz. Okay.
I got shit to do.
All right, bro. All right, whatever. He's dodging.
Right.
You're dodging. Like Benjay dodging Kason, bro. All right, we'll run that chow. We'll see how that fucking plays out. But yeah, Purge is like good in search, makes objective-minded plays in hardpoint, but sometimes he just can't get kills. So hopefully this year he can actually get kills. I want to see him do well. He's been clowned on, obviously, a lot. So hopefully that doesn't happen. And if anybody gets dropped from this roster, hopefully it's Snoopy and Big Wake. So we'll see what happens.
I have a proposal for you. We'll make a bet over or under how many events for Snoopy to get dropped. We'll set the line at 2.5.
Over.
It takes either fucking.
I think it's gonna take 3.
You think major 3?
I think 3. I think it's gonna take 3. I'll take the over.
All right.
I will take the over. He might be slurping somebody's shit. I don't know. It was OD, but you might be right. It was OD when you made the comment, but you might be right, bro. You might be right. This guy genuinely did not know hardpoint rotations halfway into the year.
Dog.
And he didn't win anything, and everyone's like, oh, he's good. Look at his statistics. Look at him not rotating, bro. The fuck does kills matter if you can't rotate? Getting cutoff kills is useless. It's meaningless. Just because you get kills doesn't mean you know what you're doing, bro. There are plenty of Challengers players that can drop the same numbers as Snoopy that
And know how to rotate.
Know how to rotate, bro. That's the funny thing with Comp is just because you see that he can move funny and cool and he can do some cool stuff and he can get some kills and die a little less than everybody else, you think he's good at the game, bro. He's better than you, sure. He's better than me, sure. But when you compare him to another high-level Challenger sub and you would put him in the same... You can swap him out, bro. What happened when LAT was swapping out, like, Kenny in MW2 with other subs? And they were doing the same thing that Kenny was doing, bro. You're not helping your team. You're not helping your team by not rotating, not knowing call-outs. I mean, after they dropped their two best players, Asim and Slasher... By the way, Asim at the beginning of the year was a good player. Whoever says he wasn't is tweaking. Obviously didn't have a good end of the year, but, I mean, come on. Slasher dropped a 1.5 on LAN, and, yeah, you had Priesta doing whatever he was doing all year. But after you drop them, every single game was not close. It wasn't close at all. They were getting packed up until it went to, like, Major 4, where Optic had the, like, mega stinker, like, Major. That's whatever. That's a fluke. What did they win? How many series did they win? Like 4?
Boston had won like
4 and 24, something like that. Some crazy outlandish numbers. Some crazy outlandish numbers. They were terrible then, and Snoopy either better get better and learn how to rotate, or get dropped. All right, so they were 6 and 27. Have fun with your 6 wins this year too, buddy. If you don't figure out how to rotate to a hill, you don't figure out. Matter of fact, if they don't drop him, if he doesn't figure out how to rotate to a hill after Major 1, he doesn't figure out how to play the game, bro. Send you to Challengers, Boston Academy. Here we go again. Like, you can't have someone on your team that doesn't know how to rotate. You've switched every other player out on that roster, and it just got worse and worse and worse. When do you as an organization figure out that there's one underlying problem, even though everybody in the community is, it's not Snoopy's fault. It's not Snoopy's fault. It is. It is.
Look, I'm going to say this. COD Champs 2023 out in Vegas, I don't understand what the reason was to add him to that roster. He was ass then. Everyone was like, oh, it's his first game. Woo, woo. Ass. I don't care. Fucking, he didn't show up. He's the reason why Boston got knocked out of champs in 2023. He's the reason why fucking they didn't perform this year.
Yeah.
If you honestly go back, yeah, he may have the most amount of kills, but what the fuck did he do in those 6 wins?
Yeah.
Wasn't grabbing hill, wasn't playing objective.
Didn't do anything.
He was there. He was existing.
And let's move on to how BO6 is going currently.
Dude, I fucking love this game.
I love this game. This game is phenomenal. Main AR Rev is here to stay. Never going back to sub again. That is not my role. My hands have carpal tunnel in them, and it does not feel good. I cannot button mash like I used to and be able to get twisted. But from T-Bear himself, man, that old man shoots straight. Boy, I'm telling you, I'm not missing bullets. I'm posted up with an AR just spitting fire. 5-0 CMG record so far. We're rolling through the competition. It is what it is. Hey, by the way, we got a U18 team now, and I'm coaching, and I'm back. And we're taking down challengers teams to where they want me to coach them. So what's good? This year is great. This year is great. It's a great year so far. Hopefully my U18 team doesn't check me out too much and locks in and is able to win some things. We got a lot of talent. We just need these kids to listen to what they're told to do. But I picked the most egotistical motherfuckers I could have found. And, yeah, we're going to have to work on that.
You definitely got 2 of them. I know that.
Yeah, 2 of them. 100% 2 of them. Yep. They're
Uh,
both our subs, of course.
both because
Yeah. So let's hope that they can add on to what they're doing, because I mean I've been really impressed with the changes we've made in our scrims from one series to the next, and how well they're listening and taking in information. And special shout out to Sweepy, who's been behind the scenes and going through every map and figuring out every spawn flip, every line that you cannot cross to hold a certain spawn, everything, bro. The kid's grinding, and he's really putting in the work in VOD, so I respect the fuck out of it. And our roster was supposed to have gotten announced today. There's a little mishap with that, so hopefully it gets announced later on tomorrow or something like that. But the
oh
roster
yeah,
will be announced. Huh? So our roster was technically announced, but one of the players that we had dropped before picture wasn't swapped out, so hopefully it will get dropped. But yeah, we got a U18 roster on INF that I'm coaching. So yeah, let's hope for a good season. And Challengers coach Rev might be up for the taking this year as well. So
okay, buddy. Let's calm it down there.
I'm
Gotta humble you a little bit.
humble me a little bit. I've already gotten. I don't know what you're
Gotta
talking about.
gotta humble you a little
I've
bit.
already.
Let's fill it in.
I've already gotten
Maybe
offers.
not your.
I've already
Maybe
got.
not
No,
your.
I've already gotten offers, buddy.
Maybe not your, buddy.
I've already gotten offers. I've already gotten
Okay.
offers. By the way, I am not restricted to coach under this org only. All right, buddy. I have.
Hey. Nah, you're locked in.
Bro, if I'm asked to
you're
coach
locked in.
another org, I'm coaching the other org, bro. I'm gonna put it straight with you.
No,
100%.
you're locked in.
100%. I will. My career, my stock is
He
going
said,
up.
my career.
My stock is going up. So hopefully I get to make something happen. You know, I'm getting some good gas that I didn't think I was getting or going to get, because the Rev has been, doubted. Everybody prays on my downfall. The old man chirps a little bit. People don't like that very much. But, I didn't think I'd get this far, and I didn't think I'd be doing what I am now. And let's just hope that it keeps going. So.
Look, all I gotta say, chat, stop gassing this man up. His ego's already big enough.
Yeah, Platt.
Exactly. His ego's already big enough.
Platt. You're a Platt.
But speaking of INF things, we here at the DuoQ hosting a tournament.
Yes,
First
sir.
tournament. Also, we have an official Discord now. The
Sir.
link will be down below. We'll be hosting multiple tournaments in there. Eights. You can come chat, chill with us, talk shit. Watch some of the CDL matches.
So, we are trying to put on tournaments. We are trying to dip our feet in the water, if you will. Get this first one out of the way, figure out the things we like, don't like, what we want to keep, what we want to do moving forward. We're kind of basing it around the league's tournaments that we've played in thus far, but we also want to shake it up, and we also want to make it not so it's just challengers players trying to get free money out of people. We want players to get known. We want to get the people that you just see popping up in the scene that nobody knows about to compete in these, make a name for themselves, do what they got to do. And we plan on having prize pools and stuff like that. We're putting our own money in this. Hopefully we can see dividends out of that in the future, but right now we're putting money in your pockets. So if you got the gunny, come slide through to one of these tournaments. And hopefully you can get a dub, because you might be facing my U18 team. You can humble them. And you might be facing some of our buddies that are on Challengers, Premier League, whatever. So come through. Come win some money.
Yep. For first tournament, we'll have 8 guys teams, 8 women teams. It's not anything in the realm of, oh yeah, guys versus girls, this and that. No. We just want to do something for the community, to help people who don't have their name out there put their name out there. And, just have it to where we as a brand can expand our horizons
Of
to
course.
do new things.
Of course. Something that we've both been interested in doing in a long time. We've both been in tournaments, modded, admin, jobs, whatever. We have been in this community for a long time. We love comp, and we're
Yeah.
just trying to, feel more comp environment in our community, build a community around it, and advance. So we're hoping this can keep pushing.
So if you're interested in joining, the link to the tweet that has all the information will be down below in the description. It will have the official sign up sheet and the official Discord that all the teams will be participating in. Come win some money. On some real shit.
That's some real shit.
Get some fucking money.
Get your bread up.
Get your bag
$420 prize pool thus far. As of right
Look,
now. It is a $420 prize pool. For first, it would be 300, then 80, then 40. It's
Yeah.
subject to change, as are the dates. Go hit the fucking follow button on the Twitter. Go hit the bell.
Hey, bro, lock in.
All right.
Hey, what are we doing, chat? All right, last topic of the day. It's INFTs related. So, as of November 4th, Thieves, Infamous Thieves, whatever you want to call us, has officially acquired via the way of buyout, Day by Day GG. They staff, content creators, and teams are now a part of the INF's name.
And family.
So, and family.
And
Can't
family.
forget family. It's a good day.
It is.
In the words of the CEO, Mr. Soren, taking over the Northeast. Yeah, like from what I'm being told, it's Arcids, Halo, COD.
Challengers, yeah. Gotta get Challenger squad over there.
Yep. I'm excited.
I'm excited as well. Welcome to everybody from Day by Day. Welcome to the family. Happy to have you here. Let's run it up. That's you. Outro.
Alright, guys, that was it for episode 9 of the DuoQ podcast. As always, like and subscribe. You can find all of our links down in the description below. You obviously see him pointing to his Twitch. Get this man to 100 followers. Sign up for the tournament. We'd really appreciate it. Trying to do something big for the community and to grow our community as a brand of its own. If you want to stay up to date with anything INF related, hit that follow button down below. Their link tree would be in the description. Our Twitter's at the top of the description. Lock in. But yeah, that's gonna be it for us today. Any last words, Rev?
Any last words? Bro, what is this, my funeral? No. No. No, we up. No, we up. That's all I gotta say. We up.
We up.
We up.
All right.